Based in the Ardennes countryside, Spa hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925. This historic track is loved by our drivers and fans alike. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgium Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Formula 4 Racing. I'm your host, Sammy Skate, flying solo again there, folks. Do apologise. I've sent some invites out to some boys, see if they jump in a little bit later on. The boys are in the lobby. We've got 19. Johnny M4 is a bit of a late pull-out, of course. His birthday, so a big happy birthday to Johnny M4, of course. But yes, we are at Spa-Francorchamps. And I'll tell you what, a staple of the F1 calendar, if you don't mind. And looking forward to this one. Definitely a temple of speed, of course. We've got all the boys in there. We've got a few reserves, of course. And, of course, Black Moon. Do you remember him? Black Moon, of course. Yes, back in the fold in reserve capacity, of course. There he is there, Mr. Black Moon. Cool boy as well, and tabbed. I appreciate those boys putting their hand up, of course. Got some action out there already. I'll just get myself all sorted, folks. Just bear with us. All right, just going to do a sound check in the background, folks. Just give us a second. All right, folks, I think we're all good. I do apologise for that. Chasey Dane out there. First one to blink. Of course, we've got a first-time chatter. Diggs, BTW, how are you, mate? I do hope you're well. Welcome. Formula 4 Racing, the Aussie division. And yes, you guessed that, Spa-Francorchamps. Now, this is a staple, as I said before. Of course, yes, a lot of history here. And, well, we'll get to that in just a minute. This circuit is, here we go. Let's just get my stats all ready, of course. Maximum speeds around here, you're going to be doing around about 319.6 kph or 198.5 miles an hour. The distance from the grid to turn one is 271 metres. You're full throttle, 70% of the lap around here, folks. You're going to, the longest flat-out section, of course, you guessed it, that famous back straight. And, you call that the section? Yes, it certainly would be. Excuse me, yes, 2.015 kilometres or 2,015 metres. The downforce level, let's say medium, but I'm not too sure. It's definitely low, but of course, you've got that twisty sector too. There's two ways you can set this car up, of course. You can either have it real rapid for the first sector and the third sector, or you can have it nice and sharp for that glorious second sector, and just be rapid through there. And of course, you're going to see this track map light up purple, folks. Chasey is the first man to blink, and we'll just get back into this stat, of course. You're going to use about, there you go, 2.39 kilos of fuel per lap around here. For extra lap of fuel you carry, it's going to cost you roughly about 1/10 of a second, folks. The DRS zone, the first one, is 240 metres before turn 2, and the activation is 230 metres after turn 4. And the DRS zone 2 is 160 metres before turn 18, or 30 metres after turn 19. You're going to lose roughly about 18 to 20 seconds around here for a pit stop, folks. And, there you go. There's some track stats. Let's just see how Chasey's going, of course. Out there on track and not looking too shabby. I tell you what, there's some weather starting to grey up a little bit here, folks. And not too sure if we've got some weather on the way. But Millie Gaines, not too sure what's happened to him. If that was in the garage or not, but Chasey's got it all wrong. And there you go. He's going to have to do a bit of a reset, of course. Now, if you're new to us, yes, us Aussie Division, we do short qualifying these days. There is no point doing full qualifying. The way the game is these days, you can start on any tyre you choose. So Macedonian, the first one to go whack with a 145.6. And, well, we'll just see how he goes. Your guy, JC, a bit of a segue to him as well. We're going to miss a few laps, but we'll get to them in a minute. There's plenty of time to go. Your guy, JC, doing very, very well this season. Been promoted in the Samsung team to pot 2, and of course, well, Suicide 5 just getting his groove on, back in the game. He's going down to pot 3, of course, and well, we wish them all the best. I've just lost Scotty, not too sure what's happened there, but yeah, there he is there. Let's see if I can pick someone up. Who is that next to him? There's a couple of Marlboros, and they are the red cars, so it might be Chasey Dane. Yes, there he is there. Was it him? Oh, I've just missed him. So there you go, folks. Scotty is out of this session. Same with Milligains, old footy bender. 44.8. There you go. So he'll go again, of course, 20 minutes of this session. I don't know how much is remaining, of course. That yellow flag is a pain. Suicide 5 out there on track. Let's just see. He certainly is burning ERS. Let's just see if he's going to set another lap. There are some guys in front of him. I do apologise, boys. I'm going to miss the first run, but I'll definitely pick you up on the second one. But here he comes, Mr. Altitude, 144.4 P5. Wow, look at the Samsungs. Holy moly, they've come alive or what? On board with TyStar at the moment, and that is JPS, folks. And, well, yes, John Player Special. And, well, TyStar going into the pit lane. I thought he got that all wrong. Young fella making an appearance, of course. And Suicide 5, he's out. Suicide 5 is out. Where are we? And whackety whack. Unfortunate from him, but I tell you what, he set a not too bad first run. Let's just see how he goes. Cool boy out there on track. We do welcome him back into the fold, of course, and hope he goes well. There you go. Who is that getting out of the way? Very, very good from him. I'm not too sure who that was. Chasey Dane having another stab at it, of course, with a 148.2. You'll need to go again. There is plenty of time remaining. And, well, these boys just got to get their groove on, of course. Not too sure if there is weather coming in, folks. It does look a bit overcast, and these boys are out there straight away, albeit, yes, it most certainly is short qualifying. But I'll tell you what, Cool Boy looks like he's out of fuel, making his way back to the pit lane. There he goes there in the lane. Brad Tay out on track, slower than his previous best. He'll probably throw that one in the pit lane as well. And Macedonian level pegging up after that first sector. No, he got that all wrong. Well, bit of a tank slapper there from Masso, and he will need to reset. Just give us a sec, folks. Just want to see what's happening in the background. Okay, well, I'm back. Sorry, folks. I do apologise for that. Yeah, don't know where Pillars is. And, well, Droftas as well, of course. It was a bit of a late call for Droft. But, yes, well, the invite has gone out. If they do join, just message me, boys. And we'll get you in here, of course. Yes, TyStar getting himself ready for a run. And who is that? Is that Chasey Dane prepping himself for another run? I'll tell you what. 10 minutes remaining. This will be his fourth lap on that set of tyres, and I think he's just getting some practice, getting his eye, and he's been busy of late, has Chasey. And let's just see how he goes, of course. Tabbed, unfortunately, has invalidated and have to go again. Dino getting himself ready as well. So I'll tell you what, this track is going to ramp up very, very soon. The renditions of this track, well, it's a bit confusing, of course, as Suicide 5 joins us in the chat. Yes, got it all wrong. Well, there you go. Call an ambulance, he reckons. And, well, he's been checked out at the medical centre. He should be okay, of course. But, yes, the renditions of this track, as I was touching on, well, because there's been so many different types of tracks, you've got the original pre-war that was happening in 1921. The 1938 was the duration of that Grand Prix. And that was a 14.982 kilometre circuit, believe it or not, or 9.310 miles. The old circuit, then after that, it was upgraded to another circuit, which is still classified as an old circuit from 1939 to 1978. The length of that one was 14.1 kilometres. And, well, of course, 9.31 miles. Excuse me, 8.761 miles. And then it came to the sort of the track that we know and see it today. I'll tell you what, we've got some rain. Oh, the session's just live. And I'll tell you what, Suicide 5 might be okay. We have got rain. And I'll tell you what, folks, this is just thrown a spanner in the works. Chasey couldn't get the lap in. And I'll tell you what, there he is there in 13. We had some weather on the way. And that is just, let's liven things up. 8 minutes remaining in this session. And, I don't think no one is going to improve. This track is done for. And, there you go. I tell you what, someone has done a rain dance. And, all the boys heading back into the pit lane, of course. Slicks are no good. And, there you go. Cool boy. Well, tiptoeing. Look at him tiptoeing. Who is that? There's a JPS of TieStar struggling to keep it straight. And the young fella himself as well, tabbed. And let's just see how he goes. It's going to be very, very treacherous out there, of course, on slicks. But who is that? Chasey Dane in the pit lane, retiring. TieStar still struggling to keep it straight. And yeah, there you go. So that is the story of the day. And then getting back to the tracks, of course, then it came to what we know it and love today. Roughly around about 1979 to 1980, the track did change to this sort of a length circuit. It became a 6.947 kilometre circuit, or a 4.317 mile. Then 81 to 93, it changed again. It didn't change in length too much, only by 0.007 of a K. And, then the rendition again from 95 to 2003, that changed a little bit there, for a 6.968 kilometre circuit to a 4.33 mile circuit. And then today's circuit, of course, is what we know it. And, 2004 to 2005, 6.976 kilometres circuit. And, there you go. And then there was another rendition. They got rid of the bus stop after that. And, there you go. It certainly did Black Moon, as, TieStar still struggling. Got boys out there. Dino's trying to make it back to the pit lane. Has not set a time. So I'll tell you what, he's got no nose. And if he can get back there and put a set of inters on, he might just, Tab can do the same, of course. Tab might fancy his chance of beating Cool Boy, of course, with a 155. We'll see. Just see. But, no. Tab's just going again, so we'll see how that happens. Getting his eye in, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing out there. Broken Reptile, all the boys are in the pit lane. TieStar made it back. Dino, there he is there, of course. And, Tab, the only one out on track, and there you go. Around he goes. There may or may not be some drizzle in well, Black Moon, I mean, you know how it is, my friend. Cool Boy, I spun the car on the last turn. Could have had... Oh, he could have... No, he could have had pole. Well, Cool Boy pumping his own tyres up there. As, Tab is, struggling to get that car back, of course. Rain is falling and on the wrong tyre. But there you go. Just caught out a little bit with the weather. But yes, a little bit of drizzle, quite possibly. Quite possibly. I mean, I don't know about that, mate. I mean, just give us the report, son. Give us the report. So, well, at least Tab's given us something to watch. That's for sure. And we'll see how he goes. Just give us a sec, folks. And the young fella made it. There you go. Is he going to survive? That is the question. At the moment, Tystar making an appearance on the Inters. And that is a smart move from the young lad. Yet to set a time, of course. And there's 3.5 minutes remaining. And, well, Tabs will know this, of course. You want to chuck on a set of Inters. And hopefully, he can get to that finish line to start a fresh run, of course. And hopefully beat that 1 minute 55.1 that Cool Boy has set, of course. And he got caught out big time. Massive caught out there with the weather, of course. A lot of the guys did. And, tactical genius on pole. And your guy, JC, up there again. So fantastic to see. And those Samsung boys, I tell you what, have they come alive or what? So they're doing a fantastic job. Old footy bender as well, must be said, in P8. Very, very good from him. So it looks like Tystar pretty much has the tree. Oh, a bit loosey-goosey there coming out of turn 1, but he's pretty much got the track to himself as Black Moon comes out of the garage. And, he should make it. He's in Sector 2, excuse me. But yes, Tystar, well, no DRS, of course, and that's where it's going to hurt, folks. Yes, you can spend your battery. It's on hot lap, but, there's no DRS. It's very, very tough. You're slow absolutely everywhere. And, he just wants to register a time, of course. That's pretty much all he's doing at the moment. The rest of them have all retired in the garage. And, this is just a formality, folks. Broken Reptile retiring in the garage. Excuse me. I did miss the debut. We're going to have to give him some time a little bit later on. I'll tell you what, T-Mac Attack has jumped into the fold, of course, as a full-time driver, a JPS driver, and there he is there in P9 with a 145.0. We'll get to him in a little bit when we do the formation lap, of course. Usually do give the debutants a lap on stream, of course. I completely missed that, T-Mac. I do apologise, mate, but we'll definitely pick you up. Excuse me, during the race. But yes, good luck, my friend, of course. Yes, his debut here at Formula 4. And no pressure, son, of course. Qualifying in P9. Not too bad at all for his first time out. There you go, 158.6 from Tystar. So it does improve. He can go again. And the beauty about the Inter is, the more laps you do around it, the better you get. You just get that confidence under your belt. And Tystar will know this. So this will be it. This is make or break for the lad. This will be the last lap of the session. And the game audio could use a boost. Thank you very much, mate. Yes, I'll pump that up for you. Give me 1 sec. There you go. I do apologise. Wasn't even watching. Was not even watching that. But thank you very much, Black Moon. Much appreciated. That's going to be loud. Turn that down just a touch. Well, yes, much appreciated there, mate, of course, yes. I mean, doing a million things at the moment. I was expecting to have someone with me there, Mr. Moon. We've been abandoned again. So, she'll be right. We'll get through this one, of course. And, of course, you guessed it, Mr. Fury Strat back on the grid. He was going to be my co-commentator, but yes, things have changed. And he just could not resist. And, there you go, of course. Tystar invalidating. So that's done. The session is done. That is the running order. And unfortunately, Dino, Millie, and Scotty all did not get to set times. I tell you what, Suicide 5 must be counting his lucky stars. Binned it after his first lap. And, there he is there in P5. But Tactical P1 from that lad. Great lap with a 144.1. Not too far away is the Mumba in 2.5. P2 and Mr. Fury Shred, of course. Oh, the old sparring partners return. And we'll see how they get on, of course. Your guy, JC, and Suicide 5. Bopton, what a qualifying from him. Broken Reptile and Old Footy Bender as well. T-Mac on debut in P9. Black Moon, there he is there. The man in P10. Macedonian in P11. Brad Tay and Chasey Dane, 12 and 13. Cool Boy in P14. Ty-Star, well, in 15. And we'll get through them in a little bit as we'll do the formation lap, of course, folks. We're testing out that testing. Well, we're going to see how this works, of course. Yes, the patch 109 update supposedly has fixed it. Did a little bit of a test, not with a full lobby, of course, and we'll just see how this all goes. So, yeah, just bear with us, folks. Okay, it looks like we're all good to go. We'll just see. Of course, we've been to this point before. It's up to when we get to lights out phase, of course, but we'll go through this running order. I'll get these all up for everybody, of course, to see which way the boys have gone. And I've got to turn that down in my ear. It is extremely loud. Just give us one sec, folks. All right, I do apologise. So Tactical Genius out there, P1 on the hard compound, and looking good. He's fired up the last few weeks as Tac, and good to see, of course, his form coming back. Tac 2.5 in P2, the Castrol driver, and well, looking good so far at the moment in P2. Fury P3 gone the medium, so very, very interesting from him. Your guy JC on the hard compound, and his teammate Suicide 5 on the hard as well. Bopton's gone the same way. Broken Reptile on the medium as Zerx has resubbed for 11 months in a row. Thank you, mate. As Old Footy Bender in P8. There he is there. And, well, Pot 4 doing very well on the hard compound. T-Mac on debut. There he is there, of course, on the medium. Black Moon, welcome back, son. P10 medium. Macedonian on the medium. P11, excuse me. Brad Tay. There he is there, missing his old mate, Blue Dog, who is missing this week, of course. But, yes, he'll be back next week. But Brad Tay, there he's there, P12 on the hard compound. But I tell you what, the Paddy's right there. And he's holding the fort up for the boys. Chasey Dane, awesome in 13th on the hard compound. Cool Boy on the medium compound. Same with Ty-Star. And I tell you what, the young fella tabbed, looking to go long on the hards. Dino there on the hard compound as well. Milligains in P18, our championship leader, folks. And interesting, he's gone the medium, and Scotty has gone the durability of that hard compound, folks. I tell you what, they're getting ready, and there's a massive gap from TAC to P20, of course. Tactical being P1, and look at that space in the middle. Who is that? Old Footy Bender. Bit of a cork in the bottle there, and well, 10 car lengths. That looks a lot more than 10 car lengths to me. But nevertheless, get to the grid, of course, and we'll get this one underway. All right, folks, it looks like so far so good. Gonna see if this is actually going to work. But here we go. Here we go. All right, we've got some lights. It is working. It has been fixed. We've got 5 lights. And we go here at Spa. The lights are out, the cars are there, and away we go. Absolutely good stuff, and finally got it there. But Bobton up there in P6 doing a great job. Fury, oh, he's taken 2-5 up there into P2, if you don't mind. Your guy, JC, up 1. What's happened to Suicide 5? Oh, he must have got bogged down at the start. He's been swamped in P9 there. Macedonians come alive, and T-Mac, so far so good. Awesome from the lads. Got away cleanly, which is what we like to see. Scotty making moves. Absolutely, Scotty making moves up in a P16. And look at this cars. What's going on up the front? Tactical Mr. Fury Strat has just taken the lead of the Grand Prix, making the most of that medium compound, of course. And, well, there you go. Absolutely stunning. We've got another mover. And Dino's out. Dino's out. Dino's out. Wow, he's gone. Absolutely gone. And there you go. That's a full course yellow, folks. Full course yellow. Holy moly.
That is a very early DNF.
Holy, you scared the shit out of me. Oh, my God. I'll tell you what, folks. We've got to welcome him into the fold, Pills. I've got to adjust your audio, so you'll be sweet, mate. But
what you need to do, you need to share your screen again with me on Discord, mate, because I am actually at work. So I'll be like, need to do it on
no
Discord.
problem, mate. No problem. No problem.
Do you change your boxes while you're at it, Gav, or what?
I'll tell you what, I didn't expect it, mate. This is, as you know, it's a secure thing. And, well, mate, I don't keep it up. It's not in my visuals. And when you spoke, I jumped, mate. But, yeah, welcome, Pills. The Amigos here. Of course, the Season 1 champ, folks. Bit of inside. We're back green, and I've missed what's going on there. But, Fury, we've got a couple of cars around. What's happened there? 2-5. Broken Reptiles around as well. And we are back racing yet again, Pills.
We are indeed. Obviously, Miller Games, I don't know why he's down in 13th from the championship leader at the moment, but obviously Fury's had a good start. A few moves. I think your guy JC just getting past the Masso man, but looking like Macedonia's just having a little peak, but just saving himself. Obviously trying to get a good run out of Overegion up to Radion. But it seems like Bopton had a better run and probably deploying as well. So Bopton looking to get this move done, but Macedonia just obviously has a better straight line speed.
Well, none of them use the battery there, Pills. So maybe, well, as you know here, mate, it's very hard to regenerate that battery once you've spent it. And, well, these boys know that, of course, and trying to keep as much battery life in the back pocket as possible. Milligain's up in a 12th now, and we must have a, well, bit of a livery glitch there, Pills, because is that changed a bit? I'm not too sure. Not too sure, but there he is there in 12th place, all over T-Mac. T-Mac is, well, hold his own. Suicide 5 on the hard compound just struggled at the start to fire him up, but it looks like he's come alive now here, Pills. And Black Moon, welcome back, Black Moon, from 10th on the grid, up into P9 already, and he's all over old Footy Bender like a rash.
He is indeed. As we have got, Suicide 5 is round, so obviously those hard tyres are not working. Oh, there's actually a couple. It's Coolboy and Suicide 5. And obviously Coolboy picking up a 5-second penalty for a collision with Suicide 5. So, as I know, Suicide 5, he will be effing and jeffing in that party chat right now. Giving it the big uns.
He will be. I tell you what, he's just had some shocking luck. But that's all part and the parcel, isn't it there, Pills? I mean, you are a racer yourself. You know all that. It is all hand in hand, all that stuff. But nevertheless, we move on. JC doing a great job this season, Pills. Promoted up into Pot 2. In the Samsung team, of course, and well, he is all over 2-5, and 2-5, well, we saw at that restart there, mate, wasn't too sure if it was cold tyres. Of course, the hard compound do take a while to fire up, and at that restart, mate, it could have been cold rears, and a few of them must have lit them up, and well, did lose a bucket load of time to the leaders, and there you go, JC getting it done, under braking into turn 4, great move, and well, we up in a 4th position, 2-5. Well, he's just biding his time a little bit here, mate.
He is indeed, yeah. Obviously, both on the hard tyres, so they don't really want to get in each other's way, or they will lose the time. Obviously, to Fury and Broken Reptile. But they've got to be careful for Macedonia, and that's the one thing they've got to look out for. Obviously, Macedonia on those medium tyres, he could come into it if they do start to squabble.
Absolutely, Pills, absolutely. And Milliganes is fired up too, in 10th place, just biding his time. Just one by one at the moment here, Pills. Of course, on the medium compound. Now, you're going to get about, I'd say roughly, folks, a good 8 to 10 laps. I'd say 10 laps of okay life. Once you go, whoa, who was that? Who was that? That was Bopton. Bopton's around. Bopton is around, dropping like a stone, down in 14th. And, well, he's got a bit of a gap to Cool Boy, and he'll have to do a bit of a reset there, of course. But, yeah, the mediums around here, Pills, probably a... Whoa! Tapped his... Well, how's he still got wheels? Losing the car. He's got to be cold... Well, he's got to be cold tyres. And there you go. The young fella has to get a new nose, and at the back for him. But Fury doing his thing, and, well, I missed that time, Pills. That changed on me. But we'll get that up for everybody there again. What time was that? What time did he just do? It was a 1:47.805. Do apologise, folks.
Tactical showing that these hard tyres still have the pace with the
They
mediums
do.
as well. Only 17 thousandths behind Fury's fastest lap, but Tactical has only got 6%. So he has blown through that battery, and he is done now for ERS for the race.
Yeah,
unless he can get back in DRS range and just sit there and just save it as best he can. But right now, he is in big trouble.
Well, I mean,
if he comes under attack, he hasn't got anything left.
the saving grace, I think, for him, though, is the mediums do go through a bit of a funny period. Roughly about lap 5 or 6, they just feel funny. And he'll be looking to capitalise on that, of course. Maybe do a few charge laps at the moment and just build up that ERS again. It's extremely difficult around here, of course, Pills, as we touched on just before. Milligane's up in 8th place and making moves. Got old Footy Bender next. Going to stay with him. It looks like he's the man on the march at the moment. Is the Millie, our champ leader, and doing a stunning job this season. Night and day with him, and very, very impressive with this guy. Well, unbelievable the turnaround he's had, and just put in the work, Pills, and it's all paid off. And there you go, just setting sectors alight at the moment. And well, old Footy Bender. Oh, who was that? Black moves around, and there you go. Wowee.
And that's going to be rear wing damage for sure. But I mean, the best thing for him to do is carry on, as Milligane's now putting Footy Bender under the pump. Is he going to launch it? He is. He's going for the Verstappen overtakes. And he gets that one done. Does he down the inside? Footy Bender trying to hang it around the outside, and he is doing that successfully. But Milliganes has got that DRS advantage, and going now into La Source. They're still going to be side by side. So Footy Bender, if Milliganes is smart here, what he'll do is he'll just sling it back now. Doesn't need to get ahead, because Footy Bender will get the DRS for the Kemmel Straight. But I think, yeah, Milliganes has got in front, so he's going to be. Is this going to be back in Footy Bender's favour here?
I'll tell you what, it's a bit of a cat and mouse game. Bender should get him back here, Pills. And there you go. The DRS is just worth bucket loads of time. And job done. And I'll tell you what, Millie going to use the medium. Oh, Bender gets loose. Bender got loose. And, well, we kept all 4 wheels pointing in the same direction. And lives to fight another day. Milligane's up into 7th. Now, Macedonian just ahead of him. And not too far ahead of him, though. And he'll know that his Pot 1 teammate is there. And I'll tell you, these Marlboros are on top for a reason, working beautifully as a team. As we'll flick down towards the bottom, the gaps have opened up. Brad Tay all over T-Mac. And, well, T-Mac on the medium. Lap 5 at the moment. 4 laps on those meds. And the 5th lap at the moment, of course. And, well, maybe they're just starting to feel that pinch there, Pills. Of course, Brad Tay taking chunks out of him at the moment. Of course, T-Mac will get the average corner speed higher. But I tell you what, as they start to go through that phase, mate, there's just no front end. And here where it relies heavily on the left-hand side of the car, being a clockwise circuit, that left-hand side just loads right up, and where we does get a bit loose at times, mate.
Nice indeed, yeah. As the switch has happened for the big boys at the top. So let's see what Milliganes can do, if he can start stretching his legs and hopefully tow Macedonian closer and closer to the back of 2-5. Obviously, he needs to start getting these mediums working in that range and closing down on those hard runners, because if they don't, then they're just going to end up losing bucket loads of time unless the undercut is savagely quicker.
I'll tell you what, Scotty's almost followed Milliganes through. He's a couple spots behind him, but he's right behind old Footy Bender as well. Tell you what, old Footy Bender's under the pump, mate. He's getting past at the moment. Left, right and centre, and Scotty's about to make it another one. Juicing as well with that ERS, and there you go. Job
Wait,
done.
2-5's round. 2-5 must have gone round somewhere.
Good spot. He certainly has gone round.
Hang on, that's 2-5. What has happened there? I don't understand, but 2-5 is obviously now. Well, I mean, I was just looking at the time receiver, but obviously 4th, 5th, and 6th for the Marlborough boys, and Milliganes slowly closing that gap to Broken Reptile. So it'd be interesting to see what those boys do, because obviously Broken Reptile in the DRS of your guy JC, so that's the big one there.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. And Brad Tay is starting to creep up on T-Mac here. He's just been closing that gap ever so slightly. He's within that DRS zone now, Pills. And, well, I wonder if, T-Mac on debut, doing a great job, must be said, in P9 at the moment, and on the medium compound. So, like we did touch on, Pills, this one's really going to shape up a little bit later on. The guys on the medium, they're going to pay the price towards the end, unless late safety car. Don't want to say that, but unless, of course, we've got to just say that, of course, cover all bases. But if there is none, they are going to feel it later on, of course, being on the slower tyre, whereas the guys who are running the hard compound, well, they will have the quicker tyre on towards the end, and the fuel load will be a hell of a lot less. Absolutely rapid towards the end of that Grand Prix. But we'll just see how it pans out. Yeah, 7/10 of a second as Kaiserhoff. Kaiserhoff is in the chat. Holy moly. Been a while since I've called out the UK boys. Kind of, well, missing them, of course. Yes, did season 2 and 3 with them on comms. But yes, Bloom and All Shot Down doing a stunning job these days. But yeah, here we go. Brad Tay in DRS. Is he too far back? He certainly is, Pills. And just has to bide his time for another lap here, I reckon. It's the closest gap, closest battle on track at the moment is this one. Brad Tay and T-Mac. Let's just stay with T-Mac. And just weathering that storm quite nicely at the moment, Pills.
He is indeed, to be fair. Obviously, first appearance I've seen of T-Mac in Formula 4.
He's a very clean driver, I'll tell you that.
So good to obviously have him here. But the gap I'm looking at is actually Milliganes to Broken Reptile, and it's 1.5 in a lap. So Milliganes is just Verstappen-esque at the moment, flying gaps down. And this is what we want to see, really, from my side of things, anyway.
At the end of the day, let's just build a bit of context to this story here, folks. We've got Mr. Pillars here in the comm box. Of course, well, he's got that Marlboro banner going, flying high. Being a Marlboro driver himself for the European lads. And, well, he's got his hat on a little bit. We love it. But Milliganes, great job. You can't fault it. He's just, well, hand over fist. Just killing it this season. And it's very, very good to see, of course. Broken Reptile, there he is there. Same tyre life, of course. And your guy, JC, these hards will be in that spot. That nice, juicy, sweet spot where you want them right at the moment. And the mediums, well, they're just starting to really start to feel the rubbish side of the tyre life. And, well, not too much longer until we start to see some pit stops here, Pills. And, yeah, well, we'll just see how this one shapes up. Interesting to see which way they go, of course. Not one safety car yet. I'll tell you what, commentator's curse. I don't want to throw it out there. But, well, so far, so good.
Is indeed, yeah. I think Tabbed and Black Moon have both spun in the same lap, because Chasey Dane went for 17th to 15th. So those boys struggling a little bit. Obviously, Black Moon might have a little bit of rear wing damage. I don't know what's going on with Tabbed. I mean, his form's dropped a little bit since, obviously, last game, where he was bang on the pace. But, I mean, Fury at the moment is controlling this beautifully out front. 4.7.
Tie stars out.
There was a spinner as well, I think you were... Oh, my God.
Oh, there he is there.
Carnage.
Well,
Tactical Geniuses round.
Oh!
Tactical spun and...
Milliganes spun as well.
What is going on? What are your boys doing?
I don't know. They're both spun on their own.
They do know the cars are meant to be facing forward, right?
I'll tell you what, old Footy Bender's made him pay. He's just got by him and Black Moon's out as well. What's going on? I think it might
Yeah,
be.
I think
Yeah, rear wing
Blackman
damage.
was in the pits.
I think that might be
But,
rear
I
wing
mean-
damage. There you go. He's in the chat now. Sorry, boys. There he is there. In the chat, Pills. My wing damage. Yeah, rear wing damage he had. There you go, Pills. And in the pit lane. There you go. So Scotty all over Masso. Oh, Scotty's come alive too. Milligains, he's going to hurt there, Pills. He is on the medium, mate. That spin is going to cost him big time. And there you go, Scotty. He's going to make him. He's going to be ready to pounce. He's ready to pounce. Macedonian must feel the heat. Must feel the heat. Oh, Scotty's got a little bit deep. And Tactical's ready to pounce as well. I'll tell you what, JPS, Tack, and Mulbro Millie. Oh, I'll tell you what, they are going to be kicking themselves, mate. Tactical, not so much. He's on the hard compound, the longevity of it. But Milligains was looking good. He's got all that work to do again, Pills.
He has indeed. It's unfortunate. I think he must have been able to. Well, he was trying to avoid the spinning Tactical and must have just dropped the back end. So that is a kick in the private parts for Milligains there. But knowing Milligains and his speed, he'll be back up to where he should be in no time at all. As Old Footy Bender has just dropped down and Milligains is in front of him now. So the boys are still recovering places, which is exactly what they need to be doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So far, so good from the lads. Awesome, awesome job. Brad Tay still behind T-Mac here, Pills. And just, has he got enough? I'll tell you what, he's creeping up on him. As the gaps have really, really bunched up, considering Tack and Millie making uncharacteristic errors. Zerk's in the chat saying he thinks that TyStar collected Tack. I'll tell you what, if that's the case, they are teammates, and that is not what they'd want to be doing. As we'll flick down to Chasey Dane, a bit of a lonesome race from him. Down there in 16, he'll just keep on keeping on. He's the Chasey, and well, Tabbed, there he is there in 15th. Same deal with him. Missed what happened with him at the start, but yeah, he will. Well, he'll continue, of course. Suicide 5 dropping a little bit back there from 2-5. Not too sure if they've got damage or whatsoever. Bopton as well, of course. Bopton starting in 6th, down in 11th at the moment. Old Footy Bender, well, pretty much where you were. Let's get these position changes up, Pills. And there you go, Old Footy Bender, whack, there you go. Started 8th, is 8th. And T-Mac doing the same thing. Started 9th, is 9th. I'll tell you what, look at the biggest gainer. It's got to be Scotty up there, 15 positions gained. Tack up, Millie up 11. Biggest loser of the Grand Prix, unfortunately, is 2-5, down 10 places.
It is indeed, yeah. That's been early doors for 2-5, hasn't helped him at all, and just obviously hasn't been able to regain the speed that he had previously. But T-Mac under attack from Brad Tay. I feel like Brad Tay is probably missing Blue Dog this week because those two are normally inside each other.
Well, I mean, they're very, very close. The B1, the B2, and the Chasey Dane's the Paddy, of course. And, well, I mean, that is a league joke, of course. Well, we didn't do anything. They created it. And it just happened that they finished so close. Well, next to each other, pretty much every Grand Prix qualifying near each other. And Chasey held the fort this week, Pills. Of course, Chasey, Brad Tay qualifying right next to each other. Blue Dog missing this week. And yes, well, I mean, the Paddy was doing his thing. As Brad Tay is shaping him up now here, Pills, as Tabbed has retired from the session as well in the pit lane. And I'd say he had rear wing damage as well, Pills. But yeah, just speculating at the moment. But Brad Tay, what's he got? 52% ERS. T-Mac on 40%. So roughly level pegging with each other. So this is a cat and mouse game. I think Brad Tay's got to get his head down when T-Mac boxes, as Macedonian and Milligains do a bit of a swap.
Yeah, so obviously now Milligain's right on the back of Tactical Genius. And well, let's hope for Milligains that Tactical isn't being much of a genius when he comes up next to him and just lets him go. That'd be lovely. But that hasn't helped things at all.
Did you see?
I think.
I'm
going to say I think Macedonian just missed his breaking point. I think he just missed his breaking point.
That was very, very close. Of course, his teammate's going to pay the price. Look at Bender. Look at Bender ready to pounce here, Pills. I'll tell you what, Bender's doing a solid job this Grand Prix. I'll tell you what, he's come alive. He's spent his battery. He's got nothing left to overtake. And well, that's what it's there for Pills. You can get a bit greedy to try to catch up at tracks like these. Monza, Silverstone, of that kind of nature. Very hard to regenerate and purely use it for overtake. And well, yeah, you sort of pay the price for it. You've got none to really make that move when you need it. And yes, you do get a bit of a charge in the pit lane when you do make your stop, of course, about 20-odd, 30-odd%. But yeah, still, you still want to have some left in your back pocket there, Pills.
Oh, always. And you know, you can definitely tell when someone's spent their battery purely because when you're getting up to that top end speed, you just haven't. You can tell because the other guy will just drive past you and just pretty much wave to you and give you a middle finger going by. So yeah, I mean, splashing your battery early doors with half of the Grand Prix left to go. It's not ideal at all for the old Bender Rooney, but hey, see what happens. I mean, he's still in the DRS. He's still right under the rear wing of Macedonian, who's lost 1.7 to Millie. So interesting times ahead. Obviously, pit stops will be happening soon for the medium runners, unless they're going to try and do a medium soft. And if they do, then fair play to them.
Well, if they can stretch a medium to go medium soft, I'll tell you what, you're not going to get many laps out of the soft compound. You probably can do it. I would go hard soft. You can do that, but medium soft, I mean, that's really, really pushing the stint. I mean, to get through 11, 12 laps at the moment, they've got to be right on the brink at the moment. Rain is due in the last third of the race, says Black Moon. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. But old Footy Bender is making a move on Masso. And there you go. Samsung swoops by the Marlboro. And up into P7 from the Bender. Good showing from him. Milligains, he's trying to creep up on Tactical, but I think those meds have got the prime of that tyre life is done. Absolutely done. I don't think he can catch, mate. Let's hovered around that gap for the last lap or so. And yeah, I think the hards are benefiting from the situation at the moment, Bills, as Tactical is starting to close up on Scotty. And I do apologise, Brad Tate. We were sitting with you for a little bit, but he's moved his way up in the P9.
Yeah, indeed, you're right.
I do apologise there, folks. Bit of background noise, that's okay. T-Mac there in 11. He's, well, Bofton got by him as well. Not too sure if he's made a mistake. Yes, exactly right. And, well, the hard is the way to go. If there is rain coming and this track is expected to wetten up, well, I mean, the Inters, it's going to get to that stage. I mean, you want to be on that longevity. You want to make it to that point, of course. And, yeah, Billy is at work. He certainly is there, Zerks. I'm sorry, mate. I don't know where that came from. But yes, Zerks, yes, he is at work. And, yeah, doing a stellar job. I am sharing my screen with him. He's doing he didn't want to leave me by myself for 2 weeks in a row. Got to love the Amigo, of course. Now, Scotty. Well, we look at Broken Reptile under the pump. Those mediums are dead. They've got to be dead. Because your guy, JC, well, he's just creeping up to Fury again. Oh, I tell you what, Scotty. He's going to get this job done. Absolutely stunning from him. And, wow, breezed by Broken Reptile. Now down into fourth from that lad. And, well, a couple of spots in a couple of laps. And there you go, Tack. Well, he's been sandwiched between two Marlboros, of course. And there he is there, doing a great job. Yeah, these mediums have got to be dead. Milligains is still there, but, well, not really closing. Oh, there you go. Broken's got it wrong. Broken got it wrong. He went wide. And Tactical's seen it. Pounced and whack up into P4. Tactical making amends. Starting to show us his stuff is the Tack. And Scotty is next on his list as we'll flick it back down because Bradtay is all over Macedonian. The mediums, I'll tell you what, we have to see some action in the pit lane very, very soon. I reckon this lap, folks. Bradtay, well, he's getting impatient, but he's got to wait. There's nowhere to pass through here. But Bopton is there and thereabouts as well. The rain's not falling yet, but I tell you what, it is getting dark. And, well, look at this. Marlboro, Castrol, Puma. Well, this is a battle. Bopton's got to run. Whoa, Bopton's got to run. He's had to back out of it. Bradtay seen him coming. Just put that car exactly where he needed to put it. And, well, we wonder if Bradtay's going to just back off a little bit, thinking that Macedonian's going in the pit lane here, folks. I wonder if he is. No, he's continuing. Masso's going to lose 2 spots. Holy moly. He's done for. He's done for. As we see T-Mac, the first to blink. There you go. What's he putting on? Oof. Off comp, 8 laps. I'll tell you what, there you go. He's put on the soft. He's got a chance his arm to get them. Oh, I'll tell you what, 8 laps. 8 laps to the end, and, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think they'll be struggling towards the end, but, well, there you go. Bopton there and thereabouts still, as, yeah, certainly is there. It's brave and brave and brave. I mean, if you've got to be bold these days, do something different. And he said, oh, Brad Tay. Oh, nearly got that all wrong. Nearly in the back of Masso. Masso's mediums are hurting. He's hurting big time. Look at him struggle in the corners. Brad Tay's all over him. Brad Tay's going to get him. He's absolutely going to get him. But he's just at that spot of the track where there's nowhere to get him. Not here. You just can't put it here. You touch and you're gone. And I reckon he'd want to try to send it. Masso will try to cover the inside line, but nowhere to go there either. And, well, there you go. This has been a battle. Brad Tay just playing the cat and mouse game. Oh, I thought Masso got a tank slap. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's stuffing him up. It's absolutely stuffing him up. Because the mediums are gone, as I did say. And there you go, Scotty. He's ready to pounce. He's ready to pounce. The Macedonian, he's the wily old fox as well. He knows exactly where to put that car. And, well, we'll just see how he gets on. I'll tell you what, he'd be under the pump, sweating bullets at the moment, folks. As we'll just stay with that, because I reckon this is going to happen very, very soon. Bopton having a sneaky look. Macedonian wondering, oh, he's going out again. He's staying out. Oh, he's on his 15th lap, 16th lap. Well, there you go, 16th lap, 15th lap, excuse me, on the mediums. I don't know how he's doing it, and the rain has started to fall. Oh, wowee. Oh, I'll tell you what, the rain has started to fall, and maybe that's exactly what he was hanging out for. But he can't be going too quickly on 14-lap-old mediums. Your guy, JC, hasn't really made that much of an in-ground. Oh, well, he's about a second and a half since we last checked on him. Suicide 5 come alive in P11 at the moment. There you go. Broken's just come out of the pit lane on the soft. On the soft. And the rain is falling, so we all know what that means, folks. That will be another stop. Unfortunate, yes, Black Moon. Bad timing indeed, mate, as Bopton gets by Macedonian. Macedonian's not done yet, but those mediums certainly are. And down to 8th, Bopton. Oh, well, who's that? Brad Tay's going to make a move. No, Brad Tay just getting caught out. Just getting caught out at the moment. Oh, there you go. Masso's gone deep. And Brad Tay will say, thank you very much, sir. That's exactly. DRS has been disabled. We're going to see some action in the pit lane. Suggest they're all going on the mediums, and this is going to be a spicy meatball towards the end, folks. I need a drink. It's going to be, I'll be with you in 1 second. Excuse me. So all the drivers will be going into the pit lane. Be crazy not to, of course. Into time. And, well, there you go. Fury leading this one. Doing a great job is Fury since he's come back. And, well, he's got some speed these days as Fury. And P1 for him. Teammate JC's pot 2 teammate, P2. So the Samsung boys definitely have come alive. And Scotty, wow, Scotty up in a 3rd place. And that sort of snuck up on me. And there you go. Great job from Scotty. Excuse me. Tactical and Milligains in 4th and 5th. And Bopton coming out in 6th, where he started from. And, well, Old Footy Bender in 7th. Brad Tay, there he's... Oh, what's going on there? Oh, Macedonian not giving an inch. He sent it. Holy shit. He's done it. Great move from Masso. Oh, sorry, Masso. I missed the record. Because that I was not expecting that at all. But great move from you, and well, has he got some speed. Look at him creep up on Bender that quickly. Holy moly. As we'll flick back down, T-Mac in 13th, Chasey Dane there in 15th. Just biding his time. Cool Boy getting rid of that hard compound, of course. Putting on the inters, and we'll go back racing. We've got a nice little heli shot here, heli cam shot Well, it didn't last too long. Love those kind of shots, of course. You get to really get a good picture of it. But yes, Brad Tay in at 9th. And who is that? Macedonian. Let's just see how he's travelling, of course, all over Footy Bender. Now, these gaps, they're not going to really close up too much. This rain, yes, it does bring spice to it, but it diminishes the excitement, in my opinion, because yeah, these cars, as we all know, rely heavily on the DRS. And, well, when that is disabled, it is the biggest neutraliser you could ever ask for, of course. And very, very difficult to get that overspeed, to get that job done. Yes, you can use your battery, but so can the other driver. And very, very difficult. Excuse me. You do not burn. I mean, you do burn your battery, but you cannot waste it here. Of course, just cannot use it all in wet conditions. You just burn it as much as you want. It just regenerates. It's because of you're not going at full speed and you're off the throttle a lot earlier, on the brakes a lot longer, so on and so forth. So there you go. Brad Tay's well, he's 4/10 behind 2.5. I'd say he's going to hold stations here, folks. Because 2.5 being his teammate in the higher pot. Wonder if Brad Tay will hold station. Great teammate is he, as Bender in 6th. Bopton up in a 5th. What has happened? What's happened to Millie? What has happened to Millie? I have missed that, folks. I do apologise. I have missed something. Something's going on with Millie, but he's had to do another stop. He has had to do another stop. Down in 13th place. What is there? 5 laps to go. Jesus, I've got to put a poll for the driver of the day in. I'm going to go on mute. We're going to sit with, where are we going to sit, folks? Might sit with 2.5 and Macedonian. And, well, oh, who is that? Bender got it wrong. Bender got it wrong. He's going to need to box. He is going to need to box. That is a front wing. As we'll stay with we'll stay with Brad. Say 2.5's closer. Stay there, and I'll put the driver of the day poll in, folks. Bear with us. Okay, folks, I am back. I do apologise for that. Yes, the votes have gone in the Twitch chat. Of course, yes, you can vote for Scotty, Bopton, Macedonian, Fury, and T-Mac. We have got a full course yellow. We've got a full course yellow. What's happened? What's happened? What's happened? Oh, we've lost... Who's that? That was a reserve of Cool Boy. Who is that? Who's next to him? Who's next to him? One of the leaders, of course. JC's coming up to him now. We're going to stay with JC. Oh, and the dot has gone. And there you go. Well, Cool Boy in the chat and struggling. There you go. Out into a wall. In Sector 2, he missed that. Not too sure what happened to him. But there you go. There you go. Late safety car. Is that a safety car? Where's the safety car? It certainly is. As, well, Chase is just going by and it will pick up the leader in Fury. And there is Fury, of course. Get your votes in, folks. That will determine our driver of the day, of course. Yes, I only put it for 5 minutes. Of course, yes, there's only 4 laps remaining. And, well, just before the safety car came out. And there you go. He just lost the car. Not the best back to racing, but I'll be back and let's get... That's absolutely there, mate. And, yeah, absolutely. So, there you go. He just lost the car in conditions like this. Very easy to do, of course, at this track. And around she went. And all she wrote, to be honest. And, yes, Cool Boy, thanks for putting your hand up, mate. We'll see you next time you put your hand up. Much appreciated, my friend. So, yeah, sit back, enjoy the rest of it. As Mr. Fury Strat leading this one behind that safety car. Your guy, JC. P2 from our resident Canadian. And, well, Scotty doing a great job in P3, Tack in P4. Probably ruining from that early uncharacteristic error from him. And, well, relinquished that podium place down in P4. Bopton, great job from him. Up into P5 from the pot 4 driver. Stunning. Macedonian up there in P6 as well. 2-5 in P7. Brad Tay, P8. Great job from him. Suicide 5, P9. Let's go to these position changes because we'll see where everyone's at. And there you go. Brad Tay up 4 spots. Suicide 5 down 4. Broken Reptile, there he is there, of course. It's maybe went a little bit too long on that med and paid the price for it. T-Mac in P11 on debut. Milligains in P12. Old Footy Bender, well, we've seen what happened to him. A bit loosey-goosey and a new front nose for him. And Chasey Dane, pretty sure he has rear wing damage. And he's just putting around at the back, of course. The Aussie admin just doing his thing and well, doing what you've got to do, of course. Doesn't want to cost his team any points. And, well, just going around and around. Of course, we've all got 3 more laps to do this. And, of course, you finish, you'll get some points. And there you go, of course. Yes, Mr. Fury doing a great job. Must be said, 3 Grand Prix. Let's just bring these up in the background. I've got to get this ready. I should have had it ready, folks. Apologise, just give me one. So we'll go to the pots and just having a quick look at this. Fury's been back for a couple of races now. He's already got 36 points, but leading the pot and the championship is, of course, Millie Gaines. 2-5 in the pot 2, in pot 1, excuse me, is second, and in pot 1, Tactical is third on 56 points. Pot 2, leading pot 2 is your guy JC on 82 points, Macedonian on 79, and Scotty not too far behind on 68. Pot 3 led by Broken Reptile, closely followed by Mr. Suicide 5, 62 and 60 for those two respectively, and Blue Dog missing this week, same with Kiwi. Crazy Kiwi, 52 and 42 for them. And pot 4, of course, Bopton leading that one over Johnny M4, whose birthday it is today, but missing us, of course. Bopton on 43, Johnny M4 on 31. And Old Footy Bender, after a bit of a slow start, well, he's on 20 points at the moment and trying to reel that gap in, of course. And let's just see how he goes. I'll tell you what, oh, it's a tie at the moment between Scotty and Macedonian. And I reckon the safety car will be in this lap. It's got to be, I reckon. Who is that? Chasey Dane. Yeah, he should catch that pack by the end, before the end of Sector 2 at least. And yeah, plenty of time to do that, of course. So, position changes. Scotty up 16. So what does that make it? He started dead last, of course. It is a tie. It is a tie. I will determine it. And I will determine it, of course. And yeah, it just plays out. We'll just see how this plays out the rest of the race, of course. But it's tied between Scotty and Macedonian. And, well, both had stunning races. But let's see how this one goes. Drivers ready to put that heat into the tyres, of course. Don't really have to put too much into them, of course, in inter conditions. It is wet. The object of the inter is just to clear that water ever so, well, just enough so you get the purchase of the flatter rubber, of course. Yes, whereas the full wet is more of a, well, it's blocky, isn't it? A very blocky tyre. And, well, when the track starts to dry out, those blocks move around a hell of a lot and warm that tyre up to extreme heat. And it tends to just burn them out pretty quickly, of course. We have seen in real life, well, slicks, inters and wets almost look like slicks by the end of the stint. But nevertheless, we are well safe from that point at the moment. The boys getting ready. Your guy JC in P2, his teammate in P1. We're going to stay with JC, not give anyone any inkling when they are about to jump, of course. Safety car has been let go by Fury, who is now effectively that safety car. And he will do what he's doing, and so will the rest of them, of course. Turn 1, I tell you what, you want to make sure those brakes and those tyres are, well, in that right spot, of course, because turn 1, very heavy on the brakes, and sharp right-hander, of course. And let's just see how Mr. Fury Strack goes into La Source. He's, well, Here he is now through the chicane. And he's gone, he's gone, he's gone! He certainly has gone. Great restart from Fury in conditions like this. Now, there you go. Let's just see if he gets the thing pulled up in time into La Sauce. Oh, a bit of an inside lockup on the unloaded tyre from JC. But slows it up in time, of course. Whoa, what's going on towards the back? Milligain's trying to make moves. Old footy bender losing out. Oh, bit of a wheel bang, bit of a wheel bang. But Milligain's, is he going to get the job done? No, he's not. Bender. He's got some straight line speed. Millie will need to fight another day. There's nowhere to pass through here. Very tentative. Millie's gone wide. Millie's gone mega wide. Well, we held onto the car, but here he comes. Has he got a run? Not too sure yet, folks, as we'll flick back up to Scotty because he's all over JC. And very much as you were at the restart here, folks. I do apologise for me flicking through the field. I don't want to miss too much, of course, by myself at the moment on the cameras. And let's just see what's happening towards the back, of course. T-Mac, well, we're looking to make a move on Broken Reptile. Broken Reptile, very tentative there. Look at them all tentative on that loud pedal. And, well, T-Mac a little bit loose. Mucked up his run a little bit, but he's Broken Reptile on that ripple strip. Must have lit up those rears just ever so slightly to allow him back in. There we go, there we go. We'll go back up to the top because Scotty and Tactical's just got by Scotty and up into third place, back into the podium position from Tactical. Great move from him. And, well, we look at JC being the ultimate wingman. Maybe fancies his arm trying to get by Fury. But I'll tell you what, knowing JC, he would just want to keep that P1, P2 for the Samsung boys under wraps. As we'll go back to Bender because he's all over T-Mac. And what's going on in front? T-Mac going to make a move. Well, there is Broken Reptile. Broken Reptile and T-Mac side by side. Holy moly. T-Mac backs out of it, thinks better of it. Great idea. And lives to fight another day. One more lap remaining, folks. We're on the last lap of the Grand Prix. And well, just about, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? I thought I seen someone touch. But no, there you go. Bender down in 13th. The last lap. Fury leads the last lap. Led most of the Grand Prix. Great job by Fury. As your guy JC being the ultimate cover. And, well, Scotty must be fuming. Well, he lost that third place right on that, well, on the penultimate lap, and he wants to make amends. I tell ya, we're in for a ring-a-ding-ding towards the end here, folks, because Tactical's trying to break the toe. And, well, what's going on with 2.5 and Masso? Roughly the same distance, so got to keep an eye on that as well, folks. And Millie Gaines and T-Mac, he's about to make a move. And there you go. Is he going to get it done? Is he going to get it done? Oh, no, not there. Well, very, of course, Lewis and Alonso, excuse me. And Millie Gaines gets that job done. What a move from him. Now, Millie Gaines, let's have a look at these time penalties for everybody. 3 seconds for Millie, 6 for old footy bender. So, well, wherever it happens, I mean, it's going to hurt him big time. He'll probably finish dead last in this one, unfortunately. And, well, Fury doing what Fury's doing best. And that's leading Grand Prix these days. Good job from him. Your guy, JC, look at the gaps. Tactical's trying. He is really, really trying. But a little too late from the lad. I think it's going to finish as is from the top. 2.5 on Macedonian. Is he going to get it done? Is he going to go? Oh, Macedonian's gone defensive. Wowee. Wowee. Let's just see if he can get it done on the brakes. Oh, he had to back out of it. 2.5 had to back out of it. We go back up to Fury because he's about to take the checkered flag here at Spa in Belgium. Great job, Fury. Awesome drive, mate. Congratulations. P2 JC. And Tack after all that. P3 Scotty. P4. And the driver of the day, for sure, Scotty. Bopton, what a drive by the pot for Bopton. And, well, if you ask me, I would have given it to him. But yes, the viewers, it was a tie between Masso and Scotty. And, well, the game gave it to Scotty. I've got to give it to Scotty as well. Started dead last, up to finish in P4. What a Grand Prix. There you go, folks. That is the timing screen. Fury Strat taking this one out. And not too far was JC, of course, but let's just see who got the fastest lap. Tabbed, 1:47.069, and that is the timing stream. Let that all roll over for our stewards. I'll go back up to the top, of course. I think I missed the top. We'll get our drivers in for an interview. Our driver of the day, of course, and yes, we'll be back with you in just a moment. Just going on a brief pause, folks. Just 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, we are back. I've got the top 3 in for the interview and, of course, our driver of the day. Let's start with the driver of the day at the moment, actually. Well, you guys at home voted. It was a tie between Macedonian and Scotty. And when it's a tie, we decided here in the comms box. And yes, Scotty got it. Of course, started dead last. Well, he was in a battle with Tactical there for quite some time. And, well, we did commentate it on towards the end there, Scotty. You must have been kicking yourself that second last lap where he got by you. Just talk us through it there, mate. Because you could see on the last lap, you were spewing trying to get it back. But great race from you nevertheless, mate. Dead last to finish 4th. That is an awesome, awesome drive, mate. Congratulations.
Nah, thanks, mate. Yeah, sort of spewing a little bit, but I just wanted to bring it home. Just that safety car restart, just no tie to him. He had just a really good run on me out of Pawn, so I thought rather than not fight it, maybe a chance to fight it back. But no, I'm sort of thrilled to get P4 after starting back in the grid. Didn't it quali, just losing the back end, hitting the wall. But yeah, just sort of made moves during the race and
absolutely.
Yeah, enjoyed my battle. Tactical, I thought it was going to be 3 for 3rd and 4th. Then that last safety car sort of bunched up, so I thought, all right, maybe able to get have a chance at the top 2. But yeah, just that low downforce setup and just the tyre attempts. Yeah, just
I tell you what, Scotty, though, mate, the last few weeks, mate, you've started to come alive. Let's just touch on at the start of the season. Yes, round 6, folks, but at the start of the season, Scotty just didn't have that luck. You got to have a little bit in your kit bag, of course, just as come hand in hand with racing. And just fell the wrong side of it. And, well, he's just found his mojo a little bit again and whack. A few races in a row, Scotty, up there, thereabouts, and looking good at the moment, mate. At the moment, prior to this one, of course, the driver of the day, round 6, is Scotty. P5 in the championship prior to us going live tonight. So, well, mate, all to play for. Great drive. Driver of the day, Scotty, at Belgium. Well done, mate.
All right, thanks, mate.
We'll get to our podium places now, of course. Yes, P3, he did it. We saw it. That battle was epic. Tactical and Scotty. Well, Tack won in the end, of course. P3 Tack, well done, mate. And, well, I mean, it's almost reminiscent. We're going to touch on a little bit as well with you because very reminiscent with what happened with Scotty with the luck department at the start of the season. Of course, well, it was 100% success rate on the podium from you after round 4, and there was 2 podiums, but yes, unfortunately, there was 2 DNFs there with all bad luck and none your fault, of course. But I tell you what, mate, you ride that wave, and you certainly have, and all of it's come your way, and well, very, very good from you, mate. P3, talk us through it there, mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy race actually.
Yeah.
Fury on those mediums was just elite.
Yeah.
I tried to stay with his DRS in the first couple of laps, but he just gapped me and kept gapping me. And then unfortunately, I had a little bit of an incident with Tystar. He spun, I think, on Puon, and I collected him.
We did miss that on stream, but
Climbing
yes.
around. So
Okay.
that dropped me back to 6th. Got a little bit of wing damage, but kept on persevering and just pushed it to the end. And I was lucky enough to have a really good run out of on the intermediates and just pipped Scotty at the end. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with P3 after everything that happened.
Absolutely, and well, I'll tell you what,
yeah.
maybe there might be a bit of a pot one flex on poor old Tystar. No, it's just unfortunate, of course. Yeah, did miss it, but very well spotted by Xerxes in the chat, and well, good on him. But yeah, unfortunate. But oh well, we live to fight another day, and that is a podium for you, my friend. P3 Tack, well done, son. Good job, mate.
Thanks, mate. Congrats to the other boys on the podium as well. And Scotty, great race.
Absolutely. So we'll get to our second place, man. Well, got promoted during the week last week he got promoted, of course. And, well, up in the pot 2. P2 this race. Your guy, JC, second in the championship as well, JC. Tell you what, you wanted a driver interview. You were spewing the other week when you could have had driver of the day. We're back. He's here. P2 podium, baby. Send it.
That's right.
Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, thank you. I took it out of your guys' hands.
Yeah.
I just had to just go on podium myself, forget the driver of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, talk us through it, mate. I mean, you were just sort of shadowing Fury there for quite some time. I mean, as Tactical did say, he was just rapid on those mediums, just gapping absolutely everybody. But you held your own there, mate, and well, they just couldn't get you, and just doing everything you needed to do, mate. P2, that was a stunning job. And in the end, that Samsung team is coming with a bang. Tell you what, at one stage there, all 3, well, there was 3 of his nose to stern. It was 1, 2, and 4, I think it was, at one point. And yeah, well, there you go. But nevertheless, JC, P2, mate, P2. Talk us through it. What was your highlight of that race?
Oh, wow. Well, the low light was definitely the safety car. I was spitting.
Yeah, it did it did put a bit of a dampener on it, but that's okay.
Yeah, I gotta say maybe when I was coming down out of the first corner and somebody who had retired came back out onto the track and they basically parked it right on the racing line just before Eau Rouge, and I had to dodge them just in case they were real and get up Eau Rouge and not lose any time, because I think at that time Broken was behind me by 1.8 seconds, I think, and so I had to take quite a bit off to get through there, but it just kind of happened that way. But I had a pretty quiet race, actually.
Yeah, very uneventful from yourself, of course. Pretty much in, I don't want to say no man's land, but there was not many people close to you at one point, and well, there was for that pretty much this stint. You were very much by yourself until that safety car, as you did say, and
nevertheless, which I was happy. Yeah, I was happy for that.
They're always the worst moments, of course, as anyone will tell you. Very comfortable in a position, you lose that concentration, and that's always the battle, isn't it? You got to keep that concentration up, and well, you did a great job, mate. JC, P2, congratulations. Your first podium here at Formula 4, and may many more come, mate. Well done, mate.
Hey, cheers. Thank you very much. Congrats to everybody.
Absolutely. So I tell you what, now, well, since he's jumped out of the com box back onto the grid, he hasn't let himself down or the team down. Fury. Well, mate, another level this one here, Fury. Great job from you, mate. Pretty uneventful from yourself, apart from obviously that safety car restart where the field bunched up, obviously. But nevertheless, you had this one under control from go to woe, mate.
I just got to send it, mate. That's how we live. No, it was when saw the rain was coming in qualifying, and was kind of glad I got the lap in. I tried to get a second run in, but the rain cut me short, and then saw the rain was coming in the race, and I knew I was actually sharing a box, ironically, with 2-5, who was starting at T2, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
the hards will get there, but the mediums will be cutting it really tight. So I figured,
Yeah.
well, the game to place, I'll throw it on the mediums, and the most eventful part of my race was getting past Tactical at coming up into Lacombe down the Camel Straight, and then Burn Mylander decided to drive like a
Yeah.
bus under the safety car.
Yep.
That was pretty much it. Those meds kind of just they held on
So what were they at
a
the
lot
end
longer than I
percentage?
thought.
What were they percentage-wise at the end there? At the
I had about 75 to 77, roughly.
Wow.
Like they were, as I said, I've already kind of spoken to your guy after the race. He gained, I think, about probably close to a second on me the lap before we come in for the inters. So I was kind of glad that the intercall came when it did, because I was just coming into bus stop and was just about in the right spot for it. So tyres weren't going to last much longer, but figured it was my best way to get out in front early. And then the safety car kind of gave me a little bit of something interesting to look at, because all race had just kind of been on my own, and then looking at what cars to gap. At one point, I think I was for the guys that I was in a chat with, I'm like, is this what Max Verstappen felt like last night? Just kind of in no man's land, just
It's just
on his own. But
well, I mean,
yeah.
you definitely looked good out there, mate. And well, that is Belgium done and dusted. And I tell you what, mate, you are just racking up these points. And good job from you, mate. Welcome back, of course, again. And as I did say, yes, I think, what are you on now? 30-odd points prior to going live. This one, 36 points. And, well, obviously that is the win for you. And, well, there's a whole chunk of points coming your way, mate. So slowly there, Fury. Not quite the halfway point, of course. Just on it, just shy of it. Plenty of racing yet to come. And let's just see where you end up at the end, mate. But so far, so good. And, well, just keep on keeping on, mate. Good job.
Yeah, cheers, mate. It's a long way to the top, but we're going to do everything absolutely aggressively that we can to see if I can find myself at the top of the chip at the end of it.
That's it, mate. Good job, Fury. And of course, yes, stunning job out there. Did not even start on pole position, but what a launch he got off the line, and that was all she wrote. But nevertheless, folks, we're going to wrap this one up. That was a great race from all of the lads involved. Do appreciate everyone who's tuned in, of course. But I tell you what, good place to finish. Good place to finish. Awesome racing. We've loved bringing this one to you, folks. We hope you've enjoyed it. But we are Formula 4 Racing. From us, for now, goodbye.